Shalom, all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Racha, Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well and labor in the word and doctrine. Shalom, and in peace. May that be unto the elect. This is a comment I've obviously left upon Elder Apostle Taha's page upon a video called Subject High Priest, going in on N. Alizé. And the comment reads, Shalom, Elder Apostle Taha. Does Romans 13 mean? Does Romans 13 mean I need to stay at home if Esau says so? See number policies. Thawada wa Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi Baraktha. And the response I got was from Elder Apostle Taha, obviously his page there, Elders in Transit 3. Said Romans 13 means don't attempt to take down the current government. So again, I thought this would be a perfect moment to look up a few words, because you sort of know it, but you just want to make sure in it and to clarify. You don't want to be going off. So this is Romans 13 verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God. I'm just reading that verbatim. See, we know the Heavenly Father, his name is Yahawah, his son's name is Yahawashi. We'll just read it as God. We usually use power, but no power of power. It's a bit confusing, as I've read it before and understood that it doesn't flow the same, you know. Every soul be, where is it? Subject. So let's look at this word.
Strong's G 5293.
Hupatasso, to arrange under, to subordinate, to subject, put in subjection, to subject oneself, obey, to submit one's control, to yield to one's admonition or advice, to obey, be subject. This word was a Greek military term, meaning to arrange troop divisions in a military fashion under the command of a leader. In non-military use, it was a voluntary attitude of giving in, cooperating, assuming responsibility, and carrying a burden. Right, and then you can read, there's a lot there that you can read. As you can tell, or as you can hear, I'm kind of mashed up, with not the pestilence, not the thing, but something. So just forgive me if I'm making ill-ass noises. It's because I'm an ill-ass right now. So Romans 13 and 2. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power. Let me just check that the microphone's on. Yes, it is good. I got caught slipping on that too many times. Romans 13 and 2. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of God, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. ETT, I believe his name is Yasha. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that's the brother's name. He says he's a secret disciple of GMS, and at least from 2 years ago, I did my research, brother, on you, brother. He came on iWeb's page. I think he's subscribed to iWeb or something. Yeah, no, he is. He's subscribed to iWeb. He came on his page, left a couple of comments, because brother iWeb Yahawah on YouTube, just to give the clarification for the nation, even though it's about the elect. But anyway, he came at brother iWeb's page and was talking about Romans 13, because iWeb had done a response to his debate with Deacon Hassad, as the brother called Facade, which was funny. I'll give him that. And then with anyway, Romans 13 and 2. It says, Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of God, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. So the word for resisteth here says to range in battle against. What did Elder Apostle Taha say? He's trying to buck up against the government. Let's get this. Don't attempt to take down the current government. Salakim. Alright, so don't attempt to take down the current government. Don't attempt to range yourself in battle against. To oppose oneself, to resist. ordinance, this word here, diataje, no, diatage,
Strong's
diatage,
G 1296. Diatage. Diatage.
diatage. Sounds like a yardman saying a funny man. A diatage. A disposition, arrangement, ordinance. So disposition means ordinance. So you're resisting the see, no, we'll get into that. Where does it say resisteth? Is that the same word? Nearly. Right, anti.
Strong's G 436. Anthistemi. Anthistemi.
To set oneself against, to withstand, resist, oppose. Right, radical. What was it, man? Radical Rotazan. I can't remember we had a remix to that name. Anyway, to make yourself stand against. Excuse me, man. I got a phone call. I won't even be able to put these videos together, I don't think. My phone's on some thought behaviour. It's like a damnation, that's the word I want. Right, so Salaki about the pauses in this video. The illness in my voice. It's just not the best circumstances. Alright, judgment. A decree, judgment. And ETT will say, what? So, the Edomites are a minister of the law? You going off, man. You go. I respect you, but you going off. He doesn't sound exactly like that. You know, he's an Issacharite. And look, you know, Issacharite, he's an Edom. He's an Issacharite, man. Just because you disagree with someone doesn't mean they have to be an Edomite. He's definitely a Jake. I have no doubt in my mind about that. But and this is it not Krina judging the 12 tribes of Israel. That's what I'm thinking of. Oh no, it must be a different word then in that case. It says a decree, judgment, condemnation of wrong, the decision which one passes on the faults of others, in a forensic sense, a sentence of a judge, punishment with which one is sentenced, condemnatory sentence, penal judgment, sentence, a matter to be judicially decided, a lawsuit, a case in court. And let's actually find that judging. I just want to check it's not the same word. But I think it was Krina or Krina. The point is, if you're a secret disciple, let's find it. Yeah, Krina, okay. Well, yeah, it just said judge. That's what I thought it was related to Laki. If you're a secret disciple, then do you not follow the discipline that's set, as aforementioned? Alright, and of course, Sakari's going to say no, that's talking about the Israelite governors, because they're fucking called Sakari, man. What is Sakari? Alright, no, in the secular sense, search up the secular sense or whatever. 1st century AD, the Sakari, what were them men on? Alright, Romans 13:3. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. For he is the minister of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid, for he beareth not the sword in vain. And what's the sword? Well, we'll keep reading. For he beareth not the sword in vain, for he is the minister of power, a revenger to execute wrath upon them that do evil. And you'll say that, but you don't look up words, man, ETT. Or maybe you do, but you just don't have the oil thereof. The minister, it says, one who execute the commands of another. And just pausing it there, does it not say we be sold into the hand of our enemy for a punishment, from the Lord? So the Lord clearly set this man up to judge us. Alright, so he's serving the purpose of the Lord. He's not serving him as in like a Levitical priest, or any priest for that matter. No, I'm the top priest of Israel, says En Alazay. It says, especially of a master, a servant, attendant, minister, the servant of a king, a deacon. The deacon. It says, a deacon, one who by virtue of the office assigned to him by the church cares for the poor and has charge of and distributes the money collected for their use, a waiter, one who serves food and drink. So it's clearly the one, he's executing the commands, man. It says in Proverbs 21 and verse 1, the king's heart is in the hand of Yahawah, as the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. And this man is the king of the earth. Right, he's got the rulership right now. He's got the dominion. It's been given into his hand for a time. But until Yahawashi comes and puts down his dominion, meaning put down Esau, Edom, the man of sin, Esau's dominion, then that's beginning. You're not going to rise up and get your own tanks. Jake, you're so bad at the game if you think that's... And I'm not saying this to ETT. I know he's not stupid like that. I'm not saying he's stupid. I mean, he's not stupid like that. I'll say it like that. Sorry, the intonation made it sound like I was saying that. I'm not calling him stupid on that. But there's things I disagree with. I'm not trying to make that, what do you call it? Well, come on, we're all Israel. Right, he's going off for real. But he's not stupid to rise up and take things. But Jake, man, you think you're going to rise up and then establish that, so we'll be doing our laws. And he came on about Leviticus 20. There are certain judgments. Well, we say that would be rising up. That would be trying to rise up and take matters into your own hands. So what about you? What's your excuse? If you don't believe, if you think that's talking about the Israelites in the land, that we shouldn't rise up against our, revile the gods, it talks about that the rulers are over us, then what's your excuse, so-called excuse, for not carrying that out? Now you got to make it fit, make that make sense. And the gospel, it has to be of one. There's one gospel, man. There's one gospel. That was just a quick hit on Romans 30. I know it was all over the place, very disjunct, and certain things came up. But I'll read it again. So Romans 13 means don't attempt to take down the current government. Right. So not every single ordinance of Esau. And that's the main thing I nearly forgot. ETTT says if that's the case, Romans 13, then that would mean we'd have to take the mark. Well, no, because we're not attempting to take down the current government by physical means, by not taking the mark of the beast. Spiritually, he will already fall if we just hold down our bit of the bargain, which is to keep this faith. But that's not us rising up, taking up arms, and trying to establish, set up judgment, presiding over him. Right, we understand we're here for a judgment, for a punishment. So that wouldn't correlate. And I've heard him bring out the scripture that says, understand first and then rebuke. But clearly, you didn't understand the premise before hopping on to rebuke. But there it is. Now, I pray it was edifying. Nonetheless, it was a bit of a rambling. Salachia. On to the next one, Lord willing. All praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Racha, Kodash, Shalom.